Hello and welcome to Hoax Folks, where it's just a hoax, folks, so don't get caught up in it. And today we're going to be talking about the legend of black-eyed children. It is a legend, myth, fact, hoax, that's for you to decide. But before we get into it, I hope you're having a great day, and let's begin. So, I think this one is a very self-speaking legend or myth, hoax, it speaks for itself, black-eyed children. I know, so exciting, right? But in all seriousness, well, it's talking about more specifically the contemporary legend of where creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 to 16 have pale skin and black eyes that are reportedly seen when people are seen hitchhiking or begging, and they are also encountered on the doorsteps of residential homes, right? And that's scary. I think, well, I don't think. I say I think because I don't really know. I was stupid when I was 6. So I was walking in my hometown at night, and it's a very small town, so it's normal to see some little 6-year-old walking home at night because, I lived a block away from where I was going. It's not that big of a deal. I remember seeing like this black thing, like a child, under this light post with black eyes and pale skin. I was like, that's kind of creepy. Anyway, kind of scared me. A little off-putting, but I was a stupid 6-year-old. I could be seeing crap. You know how that goes. Moving on though, there's a history to this where it's been reported in places like Texas, seeing ghost-related mailing list. Ghost-related mailing list? What's? Oh, okay. It's in the article here. Texas reporter Brian Bennell on ghost reporting mailing list related to alleged encounters with black-eyed kids. Okay. And basically, it was in Texas, and the claims of a second person in Portland, Oregon, has also had this. And there's been classic examples in creepypastas, which are fake. We all know creepypasta is fake, so I don't really want to use that as evidence. But going down to it, it's most famously known for the in 2012 the horror film Black Eyed Kids, and other places. But where is a black-eyed kid? You might be wondering, and let me pull up this notes and the article. What is a black-eyed kid, right? Um, and that is a great question. What are black-eyed kids? Well, there's a lot of theories, standing theories that they're creatures that are resembling children coming to take over your soul. Maybe it's a sign of death. Some people say it's a sign of death, and the child is coming to take you up to heaven, or more sinister places. Other people theorize that it's just a myth or a hoax. So that's a great theory that I wrote down here. But anyway, they usually there's different accounts of it. But what do they want? Well, according to a lot of people, it is clear that they want permission to enter our lives in some way, right? But to what end, you might be asking. And that's where we get in. There's occasional points where they've been living, or they want them to be in the lives that they once lived or wanted to live, and so they prematurely died, and so they try and come into your life as like your kids. But they're also rare in cases where people usually fled shortly after letting them in. Like, people let these things in their houses. I'm sorry if I see a black-eyed kid, and there's actually one kid I know that has black eyes, but that's natural. Like, he has really dark eyes. But besides him, if I see a black-eyed kid come to my doorstep and it asks to enter, and it has pale skin and it looks like a ghost, and it's on a rainy night, and that thing is not coming in my house. Let me make this clear. If I am clinically insane if I ever change my mind. Anyone who would let that thing in their house, honestly, not the brightest in my personal opinion. But moving on. Okay, that's what they want, but what are they? Like, some people say they're alien hybrids. Some people say they're demons. I say they're demons. And they seem to need permission to gain entry in their life some way. As I said, they're demonic entities. They act to be let in a house, a car, some readings needing to invite a vampire into your home before it can enter. That's not a demon, that's a vampire. Wait, this is on the website too. It's not just in my notes. I'm like, okay, why is this in my notes? And that's why it's in my notes. Anyway, but it's perhaps that some of these creatures need to gain some sort of entry into our life, into our energy, before whatever they need to do. And in any case, The encounters with them have been negative consequences of some sort, such as sickness, accidents, and even common after brushes with them. So, like, you after you see something, that's what I meant by, oh, leading you to a better place. Like, maybe you're about to die if you see one of those, you know? And that's why bad things happen. And people who witnessed them and survived escaped death experiences, escaped their fate, one might say. Now, I usually do not like alien theories, but I will go into an alien theory today. The only reason I don't like it is because I don't want to say where I live. But let's just say aliens are very common misconception here, and I believe that extraterrestrials is a possibility. But for some reason, I feel like they wouldn't feel the need to bother us. You know, like in all those horror movies, like this thing came from space to kill us. What, for fun? Like we kill animals? You know what? Actually, that kind of makes sense. You know, maybe they're doing like maybe we're the buffalo. Oh, okay, that's the song. Yeah, I I think that sometimes too. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I should not listen to this lo-fi live. I should put it on after. But that's interesting. Anyway, that could be another thing. That's actually. Oh my gosh, no. That's too much of a coincidence. But anyway, possibly black-eyed kids are just gray aliens. That's the whole theory. Do you know what a gray alien is? I will cover that in another episode. I will cover that probably in tomorrow. I will cover aliens, so I can get aliens over with, and then I can refer it, and you know what I'm talking about, because I hate referring to aliens. So that's tomorrow's episode. Tune in, you want to hear about aliens. And then that was the other one where people create their own realities, and they think that they exist, and so they become into the subconscious mind of them. And that's how they invite the demon, or whatever you want to call it, demon, angel, spirit, extraterrestrial, into their life. And it manifests in them to complete a goal that is still unknown to us because we cannot, comprehend it. So, now, there's a lot of questions to ask, like, are black-eyed children real? They let black-eyed children in their home. I already covered that. Why would you let that thing into your home? But moving on, now that we have all these in and all these theories and we've come up with these conceptions and we've covered a little bit on it, I want to ask you, what do you think about black-eyed children? Well, I mean, I just want you to think about it. You don't have to actually answer. You obviously can. And also an introduction to this terrifying phenomenon. Okay, that is too creepy. Um, I am not listen. I am. You should have listened to this. I find non-copyright lo-fi. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a little creepy, cause it's like kind of like after I talk about the subject, it refers to what I'm saying as the little voice clips. Like maybe these things exist in another dimension. That's just not okay. That I am. One moment. Yeah, I'm just nope. We're turning off the lo-fi. That you don't get music for the rest of this. Nope. I'm not. Nope. That's okay. Back to it. Are black-eyed children real? Will we know? Maybe. Probably. Is it a myth, folks? Fact? That's for you to decide. I hope you did enjoy today's episode and my little creepy occurrences with my lo-fi music. And tune in for tomorrow's episode where we will be doing aliens, so I never have to cover the subject again. Okay, I'm going to cover it again probably. I'm not going to lie. It's just I'm going to start doing series or explanatory series because a lot of this actually intertwines and connects, which is scary because when stories on and of itself stand alone, they're not that creepy, but when stories start to intertwine, like, oh, this adds on to this and that actually helps this make sense, it starts becoming a little horrific. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're having a great day. Tune in for tomorrow's episode, as I said, and that's it for today's hoax.